The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café. This is the United Podcast Network.
If you're building or buying or selling a home, the Real Estate Crew's got news for you at the Real Estate House Party.
With attorney Rick Carter,
Real Estate House Party.
paralegal Kathy Holtshouser,
Real Estate House Party. Come in, have fun.
and comedian Tony V. Now, here's real estate attorney Rick Carter.
Welcome and thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party. It's so nice. We've had this group together, the three of us, for a little while now.
We don't need anybody.
Can I ask a question?
We don't need anybody.
Oh, we're already sidetracked. Go
So
ahead.
I'm just wondering why when we set up that Chrissy tells you to put your microphone closer to your mouth and she wants me to move mine away.
I'll let anyone else answer
Yeah,
that.
sure.
I'll let everyone listening
Yeah.
figure out the answer
Yeah.
for it themselves.
I don't think it needs an explanation.
I don't think so.
Did you have to put a new sound system in for Kathy's special?
Oh, Jonathan did that.
it's still
It
in
was
place,
the
though.
vocal equalizer
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
because I am
What
the
if that's a
loud.
real term? Well, Chrissy could be able to tell
yeah.
us that.
Right?
Is that a real term? A
vocal equalizer?
Yeah, I
That's
think
a
he
thing?
just made that
A
up.
vocal
That's a thing.
equalizer.
He really has
But
a vocal equalizer for Kathy.
Well, I haven't seen anything with her name specifically. but-
Oh,
I was the reason.
That headset has special qualities, let's say.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I just have stuffing stuffed inside mine. So it helps.
To stop the bleeding.
Yeah. Although I tell you what, Tony's made them bleed a couple times himself.
Sure,
so
I get
we're
it.
not all
I-
off the hook here.
yeah.
Sometimes I
He
get
gets
up,
excited.
I get excited. I get a little head of steam up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's going
It's
on on the
nice.
show
This
today?
might be good.
I'm
This is good.
Today, I'm going to work on my posture.
I am too, actually.
Because
me
I've
too.
seen the clips, and the clips are very good that we've
Well,
been
you're
throwing out.
just kind of
And you guys are sitting up straight and looking like you're engaged.
You always do it straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Sometimes
I'm
I
always
bounce around a
slumped
little
over.
bit. Yeah.
But
so.
I'm usually slumped over.
Have you been watching our little
I have.
snippets
The insurance one was awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
from Lindsay Sabatelli?
I
We got
know.
a shout out to her birthday the other day.
Oh, really?
I
Happy
missed
birthday,
it.
Lindsay.
Yeah.
She's doing a great job in the
She's doing a
social,
great job.
We love
social
Lindsay.
media
Yeah.
marketing
Should we,
end of things.
Should we announce anything that we're supposed to do? Are you supposed to watch us? Check us out on Instagram. Like we used to have to do that.
Yeah, Instagram. What's the other one? TikTok.
Well,
We on
Face-
TikTok.
Yeah, we're all
No.
on all those now.
Not TikTok. I don't
think we are.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
think we were supposed to be on TikTok. No, I'm
Oh,
kidding.
yeah?
Anyway.
All right.
Because the Chinese government is watching us.
All right.
They're
well,
watching
they're
us
watching us
anyway.
one way or the
Anyway.
other.
I
if
hope
we're
they
not
come
on
and
TikTok.
kidnap me
Sure.
someday. It should
Wow.
be fun.
Sure.
I'm going to start with a trivia question right off the bat.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Who is going to open up? And it's someone on this panel, so I can really narrow it down here for our viewers and listeners. Who is going to be opening up for Bill Burr September 30th? What's the name of the?
at the
Manchester. Performing.
Snoo.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Snoo.
No. I don't know.
Oh, don't.
It's at
We're not
the-
doing a very good marketing this at all.
Somewhere in Manchester, New Hampshire. It's not the Rex
How many
Theater.
places in Manchester can hold Bill Burr?
The Snoo Arena.
There's only there
one.
you go.
Yeah.
It's an arena.
Yeah,
It's
it's a
gotta be
Snoo
there.
Arena.
Yeah.
So the
I-
trivia question
As in
is,
what's snoo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
SN.
Well, you already
Yeah,
working
yeah.
on your materials?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, nothing. What's snoo with you?
Well, I did miss a call from Bill Burr, so
All right, so
I guess
you're
it's
not on.
I'm not on.
So
How
I
many
don't-
guesses do we get?
You get 3. We're trying to make it very
and
easy.
And Rick thinks he's funny, but he
No,
actually isn't
I
all
know
that
I'm out
funny.
because I know I didn't get the call and you
Well,
didn't get
that
the call.
only leaves.
I did get a call, but
V
That
is-
leaves either Chrissy or me, and Chrissy's very talented.
I
Yeah,
did
so
get a
Tony
call.
V's
Yeah.
gonna warm up
Yeah.
Billy Burr
Yeah.
at wherever. I
Yeah.
guess we're not doing a
it's
very
the
good.
Snoo Arena
We have a private
on Elm Street in
Yeah,
Manchester.
we have a private event earlier that day, and he's gonna just
Just head
haul
right in
my
there.
sweaty carcass along with him.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you need us to drive you around in
Why
the
are
big
you?
van?
Are you
No,
going to be
maybe.
doing the mud
Yeah.
wrestling?
Yeah. Mud wrestling is beneath us.
You're just going to laugh at it.
It's Jello.
Jello's fine.
It's micro wrestling.
Oh, That's what they're calling it now.
Micro.
So, okay, so we
All right,
we
so
shouldn't
that's very
say so. We
cool.
should leave that one
Yeah.
alone today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to be working on
get
his
us in
material for today.
Well, I'm really excited, and I'm really glad you're opening.
Yeah,
because
it's going to be great.
we already had our tickets.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we
we were
sent
anticipating
No, I
it.
have a couple of dates with them in August as well.
In Springfield, right?
One in Springfield, and then we're flying to
Nova Scotia?
Halifax, Nova Scotia, the next day.
I'd like to go to the one in Springfield.
I would like to go to the one in Nova
I'd like
Scotia.
to go. Do we
Yeah.
need a passport
look
for that? Is that outside the
Yeah, you
United
do need a
States?
Yeah,
passport.
Is it?
I
Okay.
had to
Did
be
you have-
vetted.
You did?
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
have a passport, Rick?
I do, but it's probably expired. I know. Hey,
Well,
it's not
'cause
all
I
about
go
me
to-
in the show.
Because I go to Aruba every
Right.
year, so I
Right,
have to
right.
be updated.
Whereas
Aruba race.
I only go to New Hampshire every year so for my
Well,
vacation.
it's like
Well,
another country.
according to some people we know, you need a passport to get here.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I've been stopped at the border a couple of times.
Which is a couple. This is going to lead us to our show today.
Oh, good. Because so we're going to do something.
we are going to do something.
When someone at the New Hampshire border goes, "Where are your papers?" It's a little concerning.
Put your hands up. That is nerve-wracking, though,
Yeah.
going from United States into Canada. What is your purpose?
Yeah.
I've been asking myself that for my whole
oh,
life.
Now, do
I
you
don't
ever,
really have
either
a
one of you,
purpose.
when you're in a situation like that, ever feel guilty even though you've done nothing?
Oh, every time I see a cop in my rear view
I
mirror,
know.
I
I've
assume
done
I'm
something.
doing something wrong.
I've done something.
Well, I usually.
Well, in your case,
Yeah.
I like the line by one of the comedians. He's drunk driving around and lights in the back in his rearview mirror, and he waves them on. Go ahead. No. We're after you.
Who was that?
I can't remember.
I think it was Danny. Remember him?
you can go
No,
ahead.
go ahead. No, we're after you. The other great drinking line, or there's a Don Gavin one, so you have to think about it for a second. So the wife, and you can probably fill it in a lot better than me because you're the one introducing Billy Burr.
Yeah.
All right, so the wife calls the husband, and you're going to let it breathe a little bit.
All right, we're breathing.
Wife calls the husband because the wife knows the husband has a big drinking problem.
Oh.
And says, honey, you got to be careful on 128. There's a driver going the wrong way on the highway. And he says to her, it's not just one, there's about 100.
That's pretty close. Yeah.
Is that all right?
Yeah,
Close
yeah,
enough?
yeah.
So, all right. But Billy Burr's already made the selection to choose you anyway,
Yeah,
even
yeah,
with that.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
all right.
Well, I can't wait to hear your new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that'd be
feel
fun.
free to try it out
We
on
just,
us.
we just did the Mark Bavis event
how was
a couple
that?
weeks ago, and
You've
was
been doing
great.
that for years, right?
Yeah, 21.
21?
Close to it, yeah.
But who's counting?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
And it was great. And I broke out some new stuff, and people were great, and it's a great event.
Oh, good.
You know what
So
I
you
went-
tried out some of your
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah. Yep.
You know, I went to the Garden the other night. Jim Irsay, you ever hear him? Colts owner.
Yeah.
Had a free concert with some of the most talented musicians in the world, but he was showcasing his own collection.
I saw on Facebook a ton of people were
Unbelievable.
there.
It was I didn't
It
think
was at the Garden.
His
didn't
own
think-
collection of what?
You got to see this
memorabilia,
clip.
like
You got to
he had
Google
John
it.
Lennon.
Oh, yeah.
He's
John
got
Lennon
guitars. He's got
glasses.
one of the original. Oh, he's got the drum set from
Beatles.
Ringo Starr playing
No.
on Ed Sullivan.
Wow.
He's got letters from George Washington, Thomas Jefferson.
What band were they in?
What's that?
What band were they in?
As he says it with a straight face.
Peter Wolf
Drive-
was there.
Were we
Driving
supposed
the-
to laugh at that?
No, you don't have to. I just throw them out. You do what you want.
Yeah. You see what works.
No, that
and
was
doesn't
really
work.
funny,
Yeah,
though.
thank-
That was funny.
Thank you.
What,
I
you
was just
grading
hoping-
each joke he does today?
No, I was just hoping he was really kidding.
You know,
Get it?
wait, I smell copper. Today on the way here, I was listening to Little Steven's Underground Garage on
that's a
Sirius
great show.
XM, and I love that station in general. But
Was that
they-
Stevie Van Zandt?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Little Steven.
I thought it was.
He's got his own channel.
All right.
And they had Cheap Trick covering Magical Mystery Tour, and I had never heard that before.
Is it
in my
good?
life.
They
It was-
could-
as I just told Ed Sullivan, our buddy, I go, unnecessary, but really good.
Oh, I'm going to have to look that
yeah,
up.
it was good.
Can I tell you one of the worst Beatles covers I've ever heard? Aerosmith doing "Come Together." That was almost a little painful.
Not necessary.
But, not necessary. It might have been.
Yeah.
Is any of this necessary?
No, you could do some good cover tunes, but yeah. So,
All right, what do we got?
The one that crawls up my butt is Natalie Merchant covering anything.
Yeah.
Or what was her other name?
She does.
Nora.
Nora.
Nora Jones.
Yeah.
She actually does a cover of Peace Train,
Oh, you can't
and she
do
says
that.
Peace Tain.
No.
She takes the arrow completely.
Oh, then
That doesn't
that ruins the
It
whole
ruins
song.
everything.
You know
I
who does some
can't
good
get over
covers
it.
is Zach Brown.
Yeah.
And I want to appreciate all you people calling in for today's rock and roll show today on in regards. I guess you do listen to rock and roll in your house, so there is a correlation,
sure.
right?
Yeah,
Right?
and you want good acoustics. If you're looking for a home,
Right.
you want good acoustics.
Yep.
So when you say, "Hey,
Alexa.
play," it sounds nice in the house and not just like you're being haunted.
Right.
You know who's doing very good now with our banter is this one. When we first started out, she'd be horrified. We're in minute 11. We haven't
And I'd be
said-
like yelling.
We haven't done one real estate
Yeah, she doesn't
piece
care.
of
Do
information.
I look like
No, you
I
don't seem
give
to care
a
about it.
shit about anything? Do I? Do I look like someone who cares?
Yeah,
I would use your other expression, but it's a little bit too much for
I
this.
know.
I
know.
Every show I ever do, someone will come up to me with some inane question about, "Do you mind or do you care if can I do extra? Can I do?" I go, "Listen, I didn't pick tonight to start caring."
Right. That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
Well, I knew you were like that, but to have this one to go to your side.
I went from here,
Yep.
wow,
Well, yeah.
as tight as
Yeah,
could
yeah.
be, to
Yeah.
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
You know, this has always been
Yeah.
the problem with me. Everyone comes over to my side eventually.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know.
Oh,
We used
yeah.
to do in the 80s. I used to get yelled at all the time in clubs because by the end of the week, everyone would be dressing more poorly.
Yeah.
I go, "We were hoping you would dress up," and I go, "No, it's not going to happen.
yeah.
No,
I have a feeling
It's like
you
being on
weren't
the
going
couch.
their
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
It's
I
like
do-
being on the couch in Charlestown when you're supposed to be in Chicago in an
sure.
hour.
Yeah, yeah.
That would have sent me over the edge.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
like I would have been in a.
You
in
would
a-
have been
in a
on
psych
another
ward. Yeah.
couch
Yeah.
talking to some
Yeah.
therapist
Yeah.
on what happened.
You're like, huh? I got a
uh,
little tiny bit of bad news.
yeah.
I guess I'm not going to be there.
But he thought about it for a
Was
second.
it? Was it
The good
tonight?
news-
I was supposed to be there.
I'm on in a half hour.
you know.
That's a little bit tight for me.
I go, the good news is I'm watching the White Sox in the World Series. That's a good thing. That's it. Go team.
You know, everyone in my family uses your line now. I'm wide open.
Wide open.
Wide open.
Well,
Except-
now they
Except
got
when you're supposed to be in Chicago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he is wide open.
But
he's
now-
supposed to be somewhere else. But
Right.
I have just come into the 21st century,
Yep.
and I have my calendar on my phone now.
You know what? That is so strange.
on your
feel like
Palm
we're-
Pilot.
Yeah.
No, because I was actually going to say that when we first, it was coming out of my mouth if I wasn't so rudely interrupted, but how rude. No, no. So when we first met you, or when we first started
Yeah.
doing the radio show at, what was it, 104.7 or
Yeah,
something?
yeah.
104.9.
Whatever it
That's
is.
okay.
Yeah,
Close
I was
enough.
close.
North Shore Radio.
Yeah.
Yeah. The place vanished after we left. You know.
All
that.
right.
I know, because we were the.
They shut
we
it
were
right
the-
down.
Or as I used to like to call it, Not Shore Radio.
That was good.
Thank you. I do try.
Use that. There's one for Bill Burrs.
Yeah.
over there.
So, but he told us that he had his appointments on a calendar
Yeah.
in like a little notebook that he
I
never
didn't even
kept.
think it was a calendar.
No, but that you never brought anywhere. In
No.
fact, it was like 2010,
Yeah.
and we were in 2017 or
Yeah,
something right
yeah.
before the pandemic.
Yeah.
And I was like, how does Tony V keep track of his shit?
He doesn't. The answer is he doesn't.
But now,
I get
You
it
get
right
it.
on my phone.
Now you
I
get
got a
it.
call today.
and then you get alerts
I
like,
get a ding.
hey,
You're
dummy,
supposed to be
you're
somewhere."
supposed to be in Chicago in a half hour.
All right, I shouldn't let this out, but I am working on this. This is a couple months ago about alerts.
Yeah.
If my IT guy, who is the smartest IT guy out there would call me back.
That's not passive aggressive.
No, I know. I hope he's watching today.
It's
but,
not passive aggressive at all.
I want him to do the alerts. Maybe you guys can be on it. Your mortgage financing is coming up.
Yeah.
Because I send that
Look,
out.
you might want
What?
to put a cap on this because this is copyright stuff.
Oh,
Oh,
let
that's
it go?
a smart idea.
That's a great but
Yeah.
not let it out there until we have it done.
No.
Okay, all right.
Rick Carter's full of a
No.
lot of great
I know,
ideas.
I do have
that
a lot
just
of
need to
ideas.
be-
Right, because right now there's a broker listening to this going,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
we could jump
Isn't
in
that
on
right?
that
You're right.
You're
Smart
right.
guy.
You're right.
because the guy's not getting back to
I know.
work.
Right.
I know.
My guy's right here.
The best was when we had a few shows on Go FICO Yourself.
Yes.
All of a sudden, because we got it at one point, and I think we let it lapse, and I think, someone else. Well, let's not even talk
All right,
about
can we
it.
start with the so now we're 15 minutes.
Okay,
So
okay,
you remember
okay.
how I didn't give a shit? I do give a
All
shit
right, all
now.
right. Let me start with a question.
Okay.
What is? I've had a lot of time with this rain. It's driving me nuts. I've been on Googling everything. So, give me the one letter that's not in any state's name. You don't have to tell me now. Just think about it. Because what I've been doing. So what I've been doing is going through the.
You.
Oh my God, you're so bright.
Who has an X? Oh, New Mexico.
Who has the Z?
Nazada.
Arizona. Arizona.
Nevada.
I can be funny.
Nevada.
You're right.
Ding, 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 ding.
You know, I've never stopped at Nevada, but I've been through it.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I've been going through each state and looking up different laws that even are still in the books or repealed at one point, but I thought I'd throw them
Are
out.
these real estate related or just generally related?
Yeah, they're all real estate
Okay.
because
Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't
all
have
we
anything.
do.
No, all right.
I wouldn't
That's
have
all we
anything
do.
else on this
Yeah.
show unless they were real estate
Sure,
related.
sure.
All right, Alabama, illegal to, and I'm. All right, before I even start this,
Oh my God. Okay.
I'm going to throw them out, and I know one of the two of you are going to say, that doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to say
I'm not saying a word.
All
All
right.
right, no, you can say anything. We're just going to move through them fairly quickly.
Okay,
all
so
right?
I shouldn't.
No, you can,
Okay.
but it is legal in Alabama, illegal for a driver to drive blindfolded while operating a vehicle.
Of course it is.
Okay, so that's a law.
Isn't that in every state?
It should be, but I
The
guess
fact of
that they took
The
their
fact-
time to
you
do
know,
this.
This is the thing
They
with
paid
these
legislators
right.
to write that.
Yeah, this is the thing with these laws. It's a law because somebody did it.
Exactly, exactly.
Doesn't say I can't.
It's illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in a church. Again, I'm just throwing
this
these
is
out.
Alabama?
Alabama,
Yeah.
yeah. You may not.
What is the punishment for wearing a fake mustache in a church? And-
You have to stay at church.
okay, I won't do that.
for an extra half hour?
Yeah, no good.
You may not drive barefooted.
Okay, that's a law everywhere.
Yeah, that should be too.
Right.
I mean,
I'm sure you've driven
I've done
barefoot.
it.
I know.
I'm not fessing
I've
up
driven.
to it.
I know, you're right.
I've driven
Statue.
naked.
Oh, there's a few
I think
stories
this-
in here about
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I think there's a law about that. That's called indecent
Well, what if
exposure.
you're naked? What if you're naked and have shoes on?
Well,
Oh, you're not technically naked.
Yeah, that's a weird feeling.
Actually,
though.
we didn't get to it.
Have you ever been naked and just had shoes
Have I ever
on?
been naked?
No, yeah, and had shoes on. Though.
in my house, maybe.
No, actually, I could say I never
No,
really have.
Not like sexy things.
No,
like,
I really.
That's not what I was talking about.
Not your high heel boots with your
The white
with your
patent
chain.
leather.
yeah,
I can only say I don't think I really have. But speaking of being naked,
yeah.
supposedly Massachusetts has a law in Salem, and again, maybe it's been repealed, but a married couple can't rent a spot and be naked in bed together. Again, we're way ahead because
Wait a second.
That's
A
perfect.
married couple can't rent.
They can rent,
Yeah.
but they're not supposed to be naked in bed
If
together.
you rent a house
See, this is what I knew.
and
this
you're
was-
married,
You thought I was going to be argumentative, and look who's argumentative.
I'm just trying to get my head around
No,
it.
it doesn't make any sense.
You're
I
married.
know. All right, let me
You-
jump all the way to
You
the
rent
M's.
a house. You can't get naked.
Let's see.
How do you shower?
No, in bed.
Oh, in bed.
If you're renting a place, yep.
No.
So
I saw that in a lease before. No.
In your lease, the landlord told you had to be naked at all times,
Right,
right?
right.
Listen,
How do you think I pay the rent?
listen.
With my good looks?
On my street, we have an ordinance that I have to be clothed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that too.
Yeah.
there a
my neighbors got together and go, he's got to put
Come on,
If he's going to
Tony.
be watering the plants
I
in the window,
know.
he's going to have pants
Your
on.
place isn't really a place where people would walk by too much, right?
No.
No.
It's out in the...
It's the most
Just- it's
off
touristy
the-
place in all of Massachusetts, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Right.
Tony, one time I saw, was sitting on the, not really the sidewalk, but the
Yeah, I know.
street in front of his house
With just his bathrobe on.
with a bathrobe, and was kind of naked in
No,
a
no, no.
snowstorm.
I had
no.
a bathrobe on and
Bathrobe-
boots.
And boots,
Oh,
right,
and
right.
boots. And
Right,
you were
right.
saving your spot, right?
Saved my parking
Yeah.
spot.
Right.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
legal.
And honestly, like, it was probably very smart of you to come up with that, because they're like, oh, we got a crazy guy on,
Yeah,
all right?
we
We're
know.
going
Yeah,
to
we
keep
better not get on him.
Yeah.
driving.
That's when I know we're in winter season, when I see that picture in the Globe of
Yeah,
you,
they
you,
keep
you
rerunning
sitting
it.
on
Yeah.
with your cone. It does get nasty
Yep.
in there, right? But we'll get to that one. All right, what
You
else?
know I'm on strike, by the way.
What do you mean? You're
Screen
strike?
Actors Guild.
Oh, I do know that. That's
on
just
strike.
recent, though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
last
yesterday.
week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
So,
you're lucky I'm
is
here.
this illegal? I was going to say.
No, it's unscripted. So.
Oh, really?
Yes, and not.
I thought it was scripted.
It's unscripted, and nobody sees it.
That's not true.
That
Our
is
numbers are
just-
going through the roof, right,
I
Chrissy?
know.
Okay, got the thumbs
there
up.
you go.
I'm not sure. That must. All
right.
That might actually verify a contract now. If you send over an emoji
Nice.
with a thumbs up,
Oh, I
How
saw
about this
that.
one?
Yeah.
that
The
disqualifies
middle
a lot.
finger. That's a no.
But you imagine that if you send over an emoji.
What
saying-
about if it has a heart on it, like a
where
smiley
you're
face?
reaching,
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
reaching,
yeah.
but
But there has to be precedent set.
Yeah, exactly.
It can't
Yeah,
be
yeah.
the first time you send it. It has to
Because
be.
what do we?
Now he's talking about precedence. Aren't you?
I know.
Well,
fairly
yeah, you
impressed by
have to
this?
have communicated that way with this
Do we
individual.
even need to be?
Well, right.
Do we even
Yes.
need to? Well, yeah, I know you need to be on the show. Maybe I'm just going to drop notes off to Tony because he's
Well,
the
if
real
this
estate.
is his only job now,
Because I'm on strike.
He's
My
doing-
son's on strike too.
I
know.
knew he was on
Yeah,
strike.
he's
So
been on
we're-
strike for a while.
He's coming home. We'll be on strike together.
Oh, great! What are you
that's
going to
good.
do? Smoke cigars and tell jokes?
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
That
That's
sounds
exactly
fun. Let us
what
know.
we're gonna do.
Let us know where you're
But
going
you
to be.
do that when you're not on strike.
Well, as again, Ed Sullivan and I were talking. He goes, there's a fine line between you being on strike and not being on
gonna
strike.
say.
It's not going to free up a lot of your time. I go, yeah, I know.
Ed Sullivan's a funny
He's
one.
a
or
good
give you
guy.
less to do,
Do,
right?
right.
So same with comedy nights. You can still do that.
Yep.
But you just because a few of our buddies have some shows going on, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't
Jimmy Dunn. His
What's-
is in the can.
what's
He's
the
on
deal with
Frasier-
his show?
He's on the Frasier reboot.
Okay,
and
he
I
is.
think they
Really?
have 8 or 10
Yeah,
already
yeah.
in the can.
Who
That
does he
was a
play
full
on
season.
Frasier?
He plays a firefighter,
Okay.
and Frasier moves back to Boston to be near his son, and his son is a firefighter, and Jimmy's one of the firefighters.
Another
in the
law
house.
in one of the states is you can't. It's illegal to wake up a fireman.
While he's at the fire?
I'm just going to say, what if there's a fire? Don't you have to wake the guy
Well,
up?
that's kind of the premise of being a fireman.
I know.
Right?
I'm just saying. We're going to get to it. We're going to
Well,
get
maybe
to it.
if it's an off-duty fireman, it's illegal to wake him up
Oh,
because
no, if
he's
he's in the
very
house.
Maybe if he's in the
tired.
house, you're not supposed to wake him up
Sleeping,
unless
right.
there's probably an emergency.
Right.
They should probably qualify some of these
Qualify.
laws.
Right.
I know.
Right.
How about Lenny? Lenny has a show coming up.
Lenny was in the middle of his show, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Lenny Clark was on. I can't remember the name of it. I'm sorry
No,
now,
that's all
but
right.
he
That's
was
all
in
right.
the middle of taping, and I think they got 5 or 6 in, and they had to stop production when the writers went out.
And I think he's on the brother on 2.5 Men, Charlie's brother.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that show was gone.
It's
That
not
show's
2.5 Men. This is his new thing.
No.
Oh.
Right. The brother that was on 2.5 Men is
Has
gonna
a
be
new
in the-
show.
with
Okay.
Lenny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo. Okay, where were we? All right.
Well, I want to go back to the emojis for a second.
Okay.
So the thumbs up, like if you say, Kathy, I need you at work tomorrow morning at 6 a.m.,
Yeah.
and I give you a thumbs up,
That means, yes, I'm going to be there.
Yeah. But this is contract law, which our forefathers are cringing. We used to have everything in writing.
With a quill pen.
With a quill pen.
And ink.
But now an emoji.
Well, see, but back then it was easier to say yes than draw a thumbs up
right.
with a quill pen.
But don't
it
you
was
think,
time consuming.
Don't you think it would be easy to just write yes?
Yes.
As opposed to going to your emoji screen and finding it?
I wouldn't know how. Listen, when people have those laugh emojis, I have no idea how to find them.
I can help you with that.
So when people text something to me that needs a laugh, I just write in laugh emoji.
Oh, yeah.
No, I write in laugh emoji.
No, that's a good point, because the ha-ha that people put to something lines, how to do
Well, that was my next thing is if Tony sends me a text, right?
Yeah.
And I agree with it or
Yeah.
whatever.
So you like it?
I either love it. No, you love it. There's only a heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or a thumbs up or a ha-ha, or 2
I
exclamation
thought they could
points.
like it.
Not on that.
No.
Not on that. Okay.
So you hold it down, hold the message down, and that's where your choices come out.
Gotcha.
So there's going to have to be a distinction on this emoji contract
Yeah,
law.
could you send it by mistake?
Well, right. So if you actually went out of your way to find the thumbs up emoji, well, so maybe. But if you just clicked on the message and put a thumbs up, with
That
that,
means
Yeah, it's
You
a
got
close
it.
call. It is.
Right.
So it's going to be something that has to be
Someone's gonna go to
negotiated.
court.
I wish they'd
That's
call
why-
me. I'll help them with this.
This is why I just send everyone the poop emoji.
Yeah.
For everything, and
Whether
let
you're
them
happy or mad.
That
and
keeps
they-
you out of legal
yes,
trouble,
yes,
right?
And then
I got you.
they can decide for themselves what that means.
I got you.
I
got
like that.
So you're not bound to any contract
no.
once you send that emoji out. So
No, you just get my genuine feeling
Right.
about the whole situation.
Right. That you're displeased.
this is where
Or not.
This is where Renee Carter disowns me because she says you can't
You are so
handle, you can't handle this stuff. You don't know how to do it. Yeah, an emoji.
No, he can't.
All right,
He can't,
we're fessing
Renee,
up today,
okay?
so-
Listen, there's no shame in saying you can't do something and let the younger generation do
No,
it.
there is, at some point, there is some shame.
Oh, okay. Thank you for almost letting me off the hook.
I tried.
I know. Thank
tried.
you, Tony. Yeah,
I have to admit, I have gone to Renee with some more complicated iPhone
She is pretty sharp.
issues. Right.
All young kids. Are.
Yeah, they're all
I mean,
good.
My daughter, if I have any issue, I just
Oh,
text
yeah.
my daughter.
But don't you wanna-
something I've wrestled with for an hour or two, and I send it to my daughter, and she go, "Yeah, here you go, Dad."
Yeah.
And
But
it-
don't
Yeah,
you
Ryan
wonder
Carter's
how
good like
they
that, too.
figured it all out, how much time they had
but-
on their hands?
No, it's just that's what they grew up with.
I remember
that's how they learn.
I remember I lent
Right.
you the big van. I said, "You're gonna have to try to figure out how to
turn the radio
turn
on.
it right.
turn the radio. Well, we could turn the radio on, but sync it to your tunes." And
Tunes.
2 seconds later, I think
My-
your daughter
my
had
daughter
it.
had-
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Those-
course. That's so.
we're
The newer
partying.
cars, that's so easy.
The
Yep.
settings are all
I'm
set.
getting really good at it.
You
I'm
are.
getting good at finding TV shows and
Yeah.
on different channels.
Oh, that's
and-
the other thing too. I almost had to call Renee, but no, I wouldn't. I
What
wouldn't
did you
have gone-
ask? What your iTunes password was?
I was thinking of it. Yeah, because I have Premium Plus. I got Hulu. I got Apple TV.
You need to take a night and to get
I
it
know,
under
I know,
control.
I
Listen,
know,
my whole thing on this is as long as they're on my phone plan and I'm paying for it,
Yeah.
they
Right.
gotta
No, I like
they
that.
gotta do a little
I like
work.
that.
Right.
That's right.
Right.
That's a good idea.
You want to divorce yourself from my phone? Then go right ahead.
Go get your big
but
boy
until
phone.
I'm
Right.
paying the bill, I get to ask questions.
I
Right.
like that. I
Right.
like that. I like that. So,
All right.
ooh,
We have like one more minute.
I know, we have
What's
one
another
more minute.
stupid law? Oh, wasn't that the name of this? Dumb laws?
in Minnesota, I don't know if this has been repealed. In Detroit, Michigan, it is illegal to sleep in a bathtub. Let's
Why?
see.
Who's checking on these things?
I know, that's what they said.
How far down are you on the cop list? Well, you know,
Hello. I notice you're sleeping. Come with me. But you can't be naked, so that's going to be tricky. Should we just wait for our next show to go over all of these? What do you think? Or all right, let me throw one thing out, real estate related.
Jeez.
You got to get owner's title insurance. When I'm looking at all these, when I Google owner's title insurance, a lot of people say, oh, you don't really need it. Don't read that. We can tell you firsthand.
Well, and the other thing is, some real estate agents, not all, some of them
tell them.
will
not
tell their client, don't bother with owner's title insurance. It's a waste of money.
Which is shooting themselves in the foot.
Because guess what? If there is a title problem and they're not covered, they're coming back to you and they're saying, you told me it was a waste of money. No. Throw
and
it
then
out
when they're
there
listing
as
their,
an optional.
They're listing their house in 5 years, and they said, oh, boy.
Yeah.
All right, I'll leave this with a tease.
Right.
What?
I think it's adorable that you think people sat through 29 minutes and 58 seconds to get to that nugget.
All right, goodbye. We
All right,
gotta go.
no, here's the tease.
What?
What president's family lost a lot of their land due to title issues? I'll leave it at that.
Dun, dun, dun,
Oh, that's a
dun,
good
This,
one.
dun,
yeah,
dun,
this is
dun,
going to be like Dallas.
dun,
Who shot
dun,
JR?
That's great.
Thanks for joining us here on the Real Estate House Party. And you're going to find this answer out next week with Tony V,
Yes.
Kathy H, here at the Real Estate House Party. Thanks for joining us, and I hope you got a lot out of today's show.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.